Okay, we're recording now. All right, so you guys can see my screen?
Yeah, we could see it.
Okay. Before I start, any questions regarding it could be any topic in the class, something that I can address in the beginning. No? Okay. Yeah, so let's go through them again. Try to I do want to hear, everyone's feedback, let's get everyone's advice, on how the post is organized. Again, the idea was to pick your favorite architect, right? One of their projects, and as a poster, kind of capture that project, right? Showing different type of drawings, including, plans, sections, could be renderings, sketches. We saw different layouts that work well for this type of poster where you have only one limited page, right? Looking at different styles of having one main image, right? Then we have secondary images and then third image. So we have a little hierarchy of things that are being shown, right? If you follow the assignment, that I gave you, also said to showcase a photograph of the architect, right, and a little bit something about him, so we know who the architect is, and if they're famous, then we should be able to recognize everyone's architect, right? Those things. All right, so I'm just gonna go here to the list. So Star, which is not here today, and I don't see any submission here. So let's go on to Eric. Okay. And so let me look at Eric here. I don't know if this is the best way. I'm still getting around to using Brightspace. Um, can I maximize this view? I think so, right? Okay, so now let me just, because I want to see the entire poster as one element. And then we can kind of go close. So again, before we go into the details, of what's there, you always want to, when you look at a poster, you want to step back, kind of close your eyes fast, and what stays in your mind? Because the idea of this poster designs is that these get placed into a room and a jury walks in, right? They look around the poster and they only have, limited time, sometimes seconds per poster to look at each person and to something's gotta attract their attention, either to look in more detail or to just move in closer and inspect it more. So when I said, look at the poster, close your eye, and what do you remember, right? And ideally, what you want to remember is some image of the design, right? Something that is unique, right? So this is why we want to have always like a big image, right? So, and this, the first impression looks great. Yeah, I mean, at least a nice title here. We can tell Red Rock House, big image, right? It's clear what it is, the design of the image. I even have an idea of the site. Then this is my first impression. Then if I want more detail, I could take a few steps closer to the poster and I can inspect some data here that I can see something about weather, conditions, materials. Then I get other small details of the interior space, right? Another image here, some description of the house, and centrally located here, which is not bad because it kind of divides the lower part of the poster, which is kind of gray, and the upper part of the poster with something lighter color with the section. So I think it's actually it's a fairly nice looking poster here. We have here some plans, some simple, sections, right? So, and it has a kind of a nice kind of balance to the poster here. I like the use of colors. Uh, the layout is, it stands out. So I think nice job here. What do you guys think? Come on, don't be shy, guys.
Yeah, I like how balanced it kind of feels. Like you have the balance between like the building and
Yeah,
the more detailed elements, and then you have like the more like the renders and actual images. Like there's a balance between text and
exactly.
image. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, even, when we say balance, it's just uh it's this, I don't know, it doesn't mean balance that there's equal things on both sides, it just to me, I see like this part here, a little movement like this, dangle. So that seems to be, balance of information. So ideally the balance, what it does, it keeps your eye moving, right? I'm looking here, then this makes me look down. From here I look left, then I get to this image, then I look right. So the balance kind of guides me throughout the poster and all the information that you made for the poster here. Yeah. Any other comments? All right, guys. Anyone else? Oh, come on, guys. Don't hide behind the camera.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
I want to agree with like what my previous classmate said. I just
Okay.
like the layout of where there's one section for plans and then the middle section focus more on the detail of how the building works, and then there's images at the top of the renders, and then
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this even these are again these are small. So I mean, this, you can decide, do you need all three plans? Like here, do you need all four elevations? Maybe you want to say, maybe I'm going to just pick the one that is most important and make it a little bigger, right, to give the audience. But no matter what, I still see here a nice hierarchy of space, right? And we have, at least three size images, right? We have the main images, right? We have the I would say this is the same size, but I think it works out because this image is almost the same view as this one here. So in a way, I think that's nice, right? So and then we have this being the middle, and of course everything else being the the lowest hierarchy of things that, if somebody really likes the poster, they're gonna have to walk in close and inspect and read all these details. But when they're walking along, let's say, a hallway looking at the poster, this is the image that has to attract them to get closer, right? And many times, if there's nothing interesting, you keep walking right to the next poster. So the idea is to make it interesting, get the person closer, and then have them read up more on your design. So that's a good technique to have when you're applying for competitions, showing clients work, or even presenting to work to a jury, right? All right, perfect. So very nice here. Let's see back. So that's Eric. What do here? Go back to submissions. All right, so let's go to Vincent. All right, what we have. So this is the latest one. We have two. This one, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's the
Okay.
one.
Perfect. Okay. So the previous architect, Eric, I didn't recognize the architect. So, but okay, so we have 5 pages here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so let's look at just the poster right here. So St. Mary's Cathedral. Okay. What do you guys think of this?
For me, I like that they chose like an image with like a high verticality, and then they
Yes.
took advantage of that and laid everything out vertically too. I like that really.
Yes. Yes, this being like let's say a cathedral, right? So it's all about height, reaching to the sky, reaching to, let's say, to God, right? So having, again, you might say that this is a lot of empty space, right? But I don't think so. I mean, I think, the church is reaching for the sky, right? And, having all that space makes the church more meaningful. So I think that's actually, I think it's a bold move. I think it's good. And then here on the right side, which is still a large amount of space, we have plans, looks like axonometrics, elevation, and one interior shot in the description. So you do capture all the required information for the poster, right? What do you guys think? Are you guys okay with all this empty space, or you think that he should have added more detail here?
Maybe by the description, he could put like a little piece about the architect. That would
Yes.
probably helpful with the space.
Yeah, it'd be good to put something about the architect. That's the one thing that I didn't see too much about the. But yeah, 'cause this is it's a very cool project, right? It's in Tokyo, and it's not a recent project, but it's still very elegant. So I think and did you do some amount of photoshopping here for the background?
Yes.
Yeah, so so that's actually, it's good. Yes, so you had to crop out the old background.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I think and was that your idea behind having the whole blue sky in the background, or
Yes,
what
that's
was the
the one.
intention?
The
Okay.
intention was to have a sky with light blue, and then all the plans or elevation sections,
Yeah.
axometric, will be dark blue.
Okay. And then we have here location Japan, right?
Yep.
So these, I think these were great. The location Japan is, I think, maybe a bit too small, right?
Mm-hmm.
This either, I would have put it here maybe,
Okay.
or even over here, not a big deal, right? Maybe up here you put the architect something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, otherwise, I think great job, yeah. And we have what, a few more pages? Let's see here.
Oh,
So
this
this
is
is
just
okay.
sketch.
Okay, a sketch of the idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what does it say here? 5 pages.
I have no clue.
Yes, it says 5 pages, but 5 and 6. It's just these two, right?
Yep.
Okay, so very nice job again.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go back here. All right, so Vincent, you saw Imane.
Can I be the last one, Professor? I'll have to submit it again. I
Okay,
did
there's a bit of,
mistake.
okay, so all right, so I'll see here. So I'll give you time. Okay, so but within this class, right? Okay, how about Wilarius? Do you have yours?
Professor, I didn't submit it. I haven't finished it.
Okay, so you're catching up because you had plenty of time, right? Because we didn't meet last time.
Yeah, I do. I know.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, so Hanin, okay, so let me go to you. And okay, let's see. All right, so definitely know this building. Okay, so this is Zaha Hadid, right? So before we give any comments, imagine yourselves walking through along this poster, in the hallway. Would this poster kind of attract your attention?
For sure.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. The colors.
The colors, yes. What else?
It center points the design of the building and just like
Yes.
the very unconventional layout of the poster, I think.
Yes, in
Brings
a way,
interest.
the building is cool, right? But it's even cooler the inside of the building, right? So it kind of draws you in, right? Like kind of almost like a vortex here into the space, and everything is kind of laid out along that design. Even these kind of swoops here of movement, right, are part of the actual design, right? So good. We have here the picture of the architect, Zaha Hadid, a little bit about her, location, okay, some details here. These might be like this. I think these are okay because they're photographs. These are a bit too small, right? So you see how this one has 1, 2, 3. What I would do here is I would just pick the ones maybe from here. Let me zoom in here a little bit more here. So it's a lot of information here. So maybe from here, pick one that you like. Maybe this is like one. Use it here. Maybe you're gonna pick this one here. Here, do I need this? No. Maybe you pick one. Maybe it could be the side plan. That's all. The rest is all shown there. Here, so again, you see how it's too much stuff. You're trying to just minimize the pages into this very odd looking triangle. So the best thing to do here is to just see the crop the data and just show it as individual images. But if you're showing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages simply compressed down to fit a triangle, it's not gonna work. So here it works fine because they're just images. So it's just I can see each shot and I can see what it means, but here I really have to investigate and really get close into to look at it. So I think everything else here is fine. I think the description is fine, title is fine. It has a nice movement to the poster, but I would say I will focus here, right? And you probably don't need to show so much data. I would say important is probably a plan. I wouldn't show elevation because you might see it here. A plan and maybe a few diagrams, and that's enough for this. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. I'll
Yeah.
make those changes.
Okay, no problem. Otherwise, yeah, I like the color. This kind of yellow color also fits well with the poster. I mean, you see it here, right? You see it there a little bit in the interior shots.
Yes,
And
that's why I did it. It was kind of intentional.
okay, perfect. Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Pablo.
Yeah, something that I also realized is that on my screen, it seems to have blurred in, but now looking at it, there has like a strong border of the images.
Oh, you mean like here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Stephen Hall. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit of blending, right? So it's it's so one thing that posting itself is an impact, right? So I want to see something that brings me over, but because everything's got like a little bit of a opacity, right, or kind of blending, right? It's all
Yeah.
fairly toned, fairly even throughout the whole poster, so nothing really draws my eye. So I think this shot, and you see how this is the same size, same size, same size. One of them has to be big, and either it's big and maybe not, not having all the opacity. I mean, the layout is not bad. This part, I like this part here, having the vertical band of the, sketches of drawings here. The plants, this one kind of works. This one, not so much because you have the tree behind it, so it's hard to read, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, because the design is fairly the same, with the plants. These two are the same. These two are the same. So maybe just pick this one, right? And eliminate this one and this one, right?
All right.
Then this here makes sense, okay? But what I want to do is something needs to be more impactful for an image, right? And this one, I mean, all three are showing something different. Interior, the back side, and the front side of the space, right?
Yeah.
So maybe instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sketches, right? Maybe we take out 2 of them, right? And make one of these images be a full, from left to right, and make that image, bright, and maybe not so much of the fading, so it stands out as the main thing to attract, let's say, an audience to go look at a poster.
Okay.
And don't forget to add, a picture of the architect, right? A bit of description of the architect, a few lines, and that's probably, I think, enough.
Okay.
Because let me see if you have your layout here. So let's see. This is fine here. You can have this part here, so the details like that. So in a way, your layout is kind of like this. You have the top portion, then you're gonna have here, let's say maybe this could be the main image, right? That you have something bright. You have, again, this layout here. You still have plenty of space for like 4 different images, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here you could, I guess both are important here. Let's see, how do we combine the plans? Or can we add them somewhere else? Or do we need, here 1, 2, 3? So these are all fairly the same, right? You might say that you're gonna keep, and for these things, you can take this out. This is not a drawing for, for, let's say, design class. So no need to put, those details, right? So otherwise it starts to clash with the title. So you can take this out here. Let's see here. I will say just show 2 of them, right? And maybe this one and this one will be shown here, one there, one here, right? And then this will free up the space to showcase these images, in a medium size, but showing all the detail there.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone have any other advice to maybe making the poster better? Also, again, if you want to show the architect, maybe, you might say that, instead of having 4, then maybe, one of them here can become here's the photo of the architect, some description here of the architect, and you only show 1, 2, and 3, which is enough, images here. And you show more diversity, in the shots.
All right. I'll do that. Thank you.
That could be there. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that could be a more impactful layout, because right now, not that it's wrong with the it's just there's too much. I think all the blur edges here kind of makes it hard to focus on the image and the whole poster. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So a few things to modify. Again, I'll post the video later. You can pause it later if you want to look at the comments I gave you. But
All right,
okay,
thank you.
perfect. Thank you. Let's see if I go back here. Let's see who else. All right, Kawal. Also, I'm happy to see that let me go back 1 second here. They all appear to be fairly good size, files, like 500 kilobytes, 2.7 megabytes, nothing crazy. Last semester I had files that were each one was 500 megabytes, 400 megabytes, 700 megabytes. You guys have a better idea how to make PDFs. Let's see, co-op. Okay, this is the Seattle library. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay, so this is a busy poster. Let's see here. So we
Yeah,
have-
I realized that now, so I'm definitely have to narrow it down a bit.
Let's see. Yeah, a few things. Yeah, we can definitely. I mean, although this is from the outside, it's a fairly complex shape, right? The plants are fairly simple, right? It's for the most part, it's a rectangle, right? They just get shifted around, so there might not be a need to showcase all four plants, right? For example, this is definitely a good image. This is definitely an important image. That shows all the program in the space. This is a cool image that shows the circulation. This is about the architect. Yes, maybe you can show a little bit less of that. That's a very cool shot that shows the exploded canal circulation. And this shows the site plan, right? So even in the site plan, you already have kind of a plan there. So you might even say that, you show here the ground floor, right? And you eliminate these four, right? And you kind of give the other ones a bit more breathing space, right? To see. Also, this image, I would like to be like more impactful. Right now, it's got a certain fade to it and opacity that it makes it look less important, right? You want that image to really draw you to your poster and have somebody really get close by and really inspect it, right? That's a cool image here, right? So also, yeah, for these things can be more minimal, right? They don't have to be so, and many times we can just take them out because we recognize it's a site plan, right? People looking at this poster are typically more experienced. So yeah, also this is image, again, it's colorful. It's artistic. Let's see here. So I think that could be good. What do you guys think? Any comments?
So the main thing I should really do is just probably remove those four plans, remove most of the labels, and kind of give more room to breathe for a lot more of the elements.
Maybe,
Right.
yes, yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
How about actually you giving yourself advice? How about
Yeah.
anyone else wants to criticize you?
The gray border that like surrounds the images, do you think that like it kind of, I don't know,
Yeah, because you have the image, the gray border, then another white border here, right? So and
Yeah.
all the borders are kind of making the images less impactful, I guess, less important. Also,
Understandable.
you can also think about working with where's my drawing tool? Lines, if this becomes your main image, right, that you're gonna have,
Mhm.
you can start to like draw lines like this, drawing for that point there. Maybe something and then this one over here draws you something that creates something like that. A few lines, because this is all about triangles, right? Let's say I get those right there. So what could I do? You do have also a lot of text, right? This is
I see.
probably good here. This you can probably take it out. This can be
Shortened.
a lot less, yes. But
Mhm.
I like the fact that it's down here. So I think this is fine because it gets about the architect. That's good. Maybe a little bit of text over here, and then frees up this space. So over here, what you could put here, if you really wanted to, is I think those plants. At least put one over here, two, right? That's it right there. Then
I
we
see.
eliminate this over here. Then we have this image, which is a section, right? Details here. We have also another section over here.
Redundant, maybe?
A little bit, yes.
I see.
I kind of want to. So this one needs to be more prominent right now, right?
Yeah.
It's not. It's almost. It has such the image that you see less, because of the fade. This one should be also somewhat prominent, or at least in the mid level, and then everything else should be. So this should be obviously bigger one, right? This could be secondary, and everything should
Mhm.
be kind of third in that stage. Yeah.
Understood.
And
Understood.
it would be nice if there was like less borders, meaning that it's a border here, a border here, a border here. So everything kind of flows better together.
Agree. I
Hopefully it
agree.
doesn't make it too complex to go back and do everything again.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I kind of think this is flawed, so
Okay, no,
Yeah.
it's a start. So we can always do things better the next time. Perfect. But you have more than enough information. So in your case, you can go back and take away some stuff from the poster.
Thank you,
All right,
Professor.
no problem. Your own draw. All right, excellent. And this is always a hard one for students to do because it's hard to make just one page, right, and limit yourself to it's like making a portfolio, right? You can always add more pages, but typically the more you add, the more it gets diluted. So let's see, we have Pablo Kowal. Who's next? Gene, right? Oh, we have another famous architect here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, let's see here. So I feel like there's a missed opportunity with this poster and this building. So let's see here. What do you guys think?
A lot of white space.
A lot of white space, yeah. Also a lot of blue space. If I were to just draw, let's say here, this is the good thing about Dropbox. Let's see, we draw another poster over here. I do that one. Let's draw here. So this image here actually is a pretty cool image, right? And this image almost is like the one shown before with the cathedral, right? Which becomes the main focus. So let's say that I put this image here. Right? I'm gonna just kind of quickly draw, here we have this. We have kind of something happening there and there. Then the streets go down here, then they go here, and then here, somewhere like crazy here. I don't know, it's gonna be hard to draw like this. We have this kind of shape like that. That's that's your image, right? All that, right? And then all here is now, let's say in white space, but let's make it just blue, right? Everything here is the blue sky, right? But also becomes your canvas, right? So now here is where you can start to add your stuff, your information, right? You can put what do we have here? Some diagrams, right? Which is great. You might choose that maybe one you show over here. Something with the wind flow here. One shows the one here. One could be the sketch from the architect. I don't know, something there, right? So we have this one covered, this one covered, this one covered. This one is, I don't think we need it because it's almost the same thing as this one. We kind of see the idea of the design, right? These are details. So, we can either continue on here, right? So maybe something happens here with the, information, maybe something happens there, right? And also we need to put something about the architect. It doesn't have to be so big, right? Maybe over here, put a photo of the architect, right? And some lines here describing who that is, or maybe, and then don't forget, we need also, what else do we need in the poster here?
A title.
A title, yeah. So we need a title in the poster somewhere, right? So, maybe it happens here. Maybe you get creative and the title is, I don't know, going across here, following, I can draw here, but, following the line here, or maybe the title just happens to be here and nice big lines with a small description, right? And then it's nice because then this image is the poster, right? Instead of having this image here and then everything around it, it's kind of you're wasting too much space. Also, whenever possible, try to eliminate these outlines. We don't need them at all for the poster, right? And I think it'll be a much more interesting poster, yes. What do you guys think? And again, if you don't like, you're free to obviously have different ideas, right? So you don't have to always, accept anything I say. So the idea here is to have discussion, right? And we all have different ideas. So, and I'd love to hear also your ideas for, if you have any other ideas, you can also sketch, right? So feel free to sketch right now and show other ways that we can do the poster. Anyone want to try it?
I actually like your idea about having the title curve around the Gherkin Tower
Yeah.
itself. Would actually be really cool.
Yeah, I think that could be yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, again, whatever stands out is always cool. So, and yeah, I mean, some of these, I mean, also you don't have to fill up like every single space here with stuff, right? Like this, because then it gets, then what happens? Then you lose the idea of the building, right? So you do need some of this kind of empty space to make the building actually read properly. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, I think everything's there. Just fine tune it, and resubmit it. So it'll be much better.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I totally
Excellent.
agree. Thank you.
All right. No problem. All right. Let me erase this. Give me a second. All right. Good. So that was Gene. Javon. Yeah. Louis Vuitton. Okay, let's see. I remember this project. Yes. So when I went to see this project, it was during this exhibition when they had the glass painted different colors.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, it definitely it stands out, right? So this image being the biggest one, being the same color, having all the color glass, definitely draws my attention to the poster. So that's really nice. This is nice. Also having the site plan, and having the building in red draws my eye to the plan, and it kind of stands out, because everything we recognize the line work, the gray elements, the blue for the water, and we see that that's the building, that's where it's located. Easy, right? I love the sketch here, right? The sketch next to the building makes sense because I can read the building, I can read the sketch, and this mess of lines actually, definitely resembles the building, right? The title is great, yes. Louis Vuitton Foundation. It's an FOU, or is this how it's spelled? Maybe it's
I think I gotta double check that.
or maybe this is how they spelled it.
Okay.
This, yeah, I'm not sure. Yes, but okay, maybe this could be a little bit less. You don't have to put so much stuff. Unless you're combining something like his description plus the
Yeah.
building description, then it makes sense like that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, we go down. We have here some diagrams. Yeah, these are, his buildings are so complex that sometimes you definitely need to understand. We have the skin, the structure, the inner workings, and the floating kind of spaces inside, and then we have details inside towards the bottom. So there's I think there's a nice hierarchy of space. I don't know how I feel though about having the white space. Is there a reason why you didn't have the images be all the way to the edges? It's just minor stuff.
I think maybe I could have done that. I just had to align the diagrams above with that images below, because then it would look like it's a bit off center. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, right now, it doesn't really align here, right? So I think it's probably better to just align it to the edges, right?
Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
this is fine here because we're just this is kind of like a print of the area. That's
Yeah.
fine here because it's white, so it kind of blends in. And
Right.
here, because it's a photograph, make use of the whole space, right?
Okay, I'll do that.
But otherwise, it's a great looking poster. Yes.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Professor.
nice job. Anyone have any comments for Javon? Okay, I guess getting later. My earlier class was more talkative. All right, great job. Thank you, Javon.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. What happened to Joseph? He didn't. He was
I'm here,
absent.
Professor.
Oh, you're here. So okay, let me
Yeah.
mark you present. Yes, so I didn't. All right. So, and did you submit something?
Yeah, the first one.
Okay,
I submitted
perfect.
two posters for the first one. Yeah.
Is one you should I see both of them or they're
Both of them in the first one.
Got it. Okay, let me just mark your present here. Okay, let's see here. So let me start with this one. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's see here. Chris Pretch. So I'm not familiar with this person, but okay. Actually, did a different format, right? This is not 24 by 36, right? This is the different style. So the reason why I said that format, because that's the one that's used universally, for competitions, and presentations, because it's a typical printing format, which is the ArchD format. This, if you give to somebody, they might have a hard time printing it. But that's one thing. Let's look at the poster here.
Professor, you know what I think? I think it's actually two posters. Because I see
Is it?
like
Yeah. You're right. Yes. Let's see. Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's two posters. There's one at the top and the bottom.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, you're right. It just seems like you blend together. Let me go closer here then. Okay. Well, let's look. Okay. So this is showing two different ways of showing. Oh no, actually no. These are two
Yeah.
different projects by the same architect, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's look at this. I like the background. Did you make that background with the
Yeah.
kind of splash? So it definitely matches the vegetation, the color of the wood. It's a kind of very abstract background, but I think it ties well because when it gets here to the edges, it kind of blends in with the actual images of the building here. Yeah, the title is good. This is a little small, so remember that even though it's a big poster, people still have to get. So you might either decide to showcase less of the writing and make it a little bigger. I think that would be better, but definitely, this big image would attract my attention, right? And this poster is something probably that is more theoretical, right? It's not built yet.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's okay to show, things that are more, you're not showing a plan, a section, right? A detail, right? You're showing more concept ideas. So we have ideas here of, it looks like, the parts, which is, triangles that interconnect to become, further things. So I see here growth, one piece, two pieces, maybe 4 or 5 going up. Some idea of the plan, right? Some idea of the interior, and definitely more details about the space, right? Although also you might say that this image, this image, this image, and this one are for the most part showing the same thing, right? At different angles or different, stages, right?
Right.
But definitely a very nice looking poster layout, very creative. I like this one better because it's less busy. This was a lot of things happening, right? It could be because this creates a very strong pattern, right? And when you see it repeated so many times, it's hard to focus on one. This is more simple, and I do like this kind of very nice soft edge. It fits well with his face, description, the title in the middle. This big image definitely attracts my attention. You see the overall shape. And the way that it's made, this kind of circle coming from here, the circles here, the exploded axonometric, this part at the ground. So I think for me, this is the poster that I like. It's really nice design. Also, the color palette works really well. This beige with the brown, the white, this other brown here, and even showing here the almost like material palette also work really well. Yes. So yeah, again, very nice job, Joseph.
Thank you, Professor.
What do you guys think? I'm gonna have to stop picking names because you guys are quiet today. Come on. Haneen, what do you think? Haneen, are you there?
Yes, Professor. I have to agree with you. I like this poster more. The shape, the overall shape of the circle, I see it continuously happening.
Yeah.
Not the poster. So I kind of like that.
Does anyone like more the top poster? Just want to get some other, like how are we doing in the class? Who likes the top one? Who likes the lower one? Any votes?
I think
Eugenia?
I
In
think
my
I like
opinion,
both.
Okay.
I think even though the first one, a lot is happening, I like how you still could focus on the middle one more than
Yes.
size. And also the bottom one, I like it because of the circles, and you could still see the circles like in the bottom. You can see like the materials going on,
Yeah.
showing that. So I like that too, even when it comes to that arch on the bottom. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think both are definitely good, yeah, just it's hard to pick, just this is a little bit more clear to me. But yeah, both are excellent designs. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Let's see. Very nice.
Thank you.
Back to submissions here. Okay, it looks like you're next, Virginia. Oh, Tadao Ando. That's a lot of description. That's my first comment. Too much description. Okay, let's see here. So this is a great project. This is the temple on the water. Okay. So in it, so first thing, so actually, no, before I give comments, let's see if you guys are listening. So what's the first thing that the poster needs here?
Less text.
One, okay, what else? Yes. It needs
A big image.
Maybe
Yes.
Can you
full
grab the
with
image?
images.
Rendering image.
it needs something big, yeah, to attract the attention of the audience, right? So like a big image, right? Like we had, before. So let's say again, if I do this like before, and so that's our poster right there, right? I mean, it needs something big, so maybe, if we're gonna use this format here, that should be one image, right? Let's say, for example, which image are we gonna use? Which is the most impactful image, do you think?
The one under the text for me.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, so let's say we take this image here and we put it here, right? That takes care of this image here. I mean, again, this part is just taking up too much, let's say, real estate, right? This tempo is fairly simple, so this image is good, yes, although there's something wrong with this image because this should be a perfect circle, and this doesn't look like a circle. It looks like it was compressed. So just be careful when you put the image that you don't try to reshape it, right? So this we need, right? This, we need one of them, but we don't need all three because they're pretty much the same thing. So which ones to me is more important? The one that probably shows water. So either this one here, and it'd be cool, if you maybe showed here in blue that's water there, right? And that's all, very simple diagram of the image. Let's see here. This one we don't need it. This one we don't need it. These are all beautiful shots that we can use them again, right? And I kind of see behind the image here, you see behind here, there's like the pattern of concrete, which is nice because that's his signature. But yet, even though the whole background is concrete, you don't see it, right? So that'd be kind of interesting because if we go back now and what can I do here? Let's see, draw here a little thinner. So let's say if we go with the Tadao Ando concrete, right? And you could try to, like Joseph did a pattern, behind his thing here. Let's say, I don't know. His concrete is typically vertical. You can find either a cool image of concrete, because it's not straight, but yeah, whatever. And then we have, those tight little circles here for the concrete, right? That are famous for Tadao Ando, right? This is, if that becomes your background, what does that also create?
A grid to place the images.
Yes, it can make a grid almost like a poster. So then, you might say, I don't know. Here I'm gonna put a photo of Tadao Ando, maybe a description of him there, nothing too big, right? And then we have plenty of play, with this, look at what this said, you might say that here I put an image of that, maybe another image here, right? And maybe here I leave it open, right? Why? Because I want to showcase the concrete, right? I don't have to fill up everything, right? Make it more playful. This image of the circle maybe happens here, right? Along here. So you leave in space to expose the concrete, which is a main project here, material, right? One big image here. And then all this becomes more playful to, I would definitely, this is a great image. great image, and great. So all those can be used in the design. I think that would be a much better poster. Does that make sense? Do you agree
Yeah,
or disagree?
I actually agree. I had that in my background. The concrete that his signature look is, but I have
Yeah.
it really opaque if you can see in the zoom in. And
Yeah, it's there, yeah, but it's
yeah.
so yeah.
And then
Yeah.
less text, obviously.
Yes, a bit less text. How about Yusuf? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that definitely that's a great idea of exposing the concrete, and maybe that grid system can show different images in the concrete that is sort of the open space where you can probably put like plans or stuff
Yeah,
and
okay.
overlay it or something. Yeah, so your idea is definitely a great idea, actually.
Okay, better ones, I know you're very creative, when it comes to all these layouts also. So, okay, I think it's good. Yes, I think it would change the whole poster, but I think it'll be much better for the next round. All right, let's clear this up. This is why I love using Zoom with lecture, because I can draw so easily and do all these things. Okay, 1 second. All right. All right, Joseph, right? So we have two, how many submissions? Which one should I, this is the latest one, A14th, this one here, right? Zaha Hadid. All right, this is the building by the High Line, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me see, let's see. So let me step back. So a few things that stand out, let's see here. First of all, these images, it's a bit of clash. Like the title is very close to the top. The 5 is so close to the circle here. This is so close to that. This is so close to the edge. This is not aligned to this. So I don't know why. Somehow alignments are always obviously crucial, right? It is kind of playful because this line is at an angle, so it kind of mimics the idea of the project, right? And I do like, so pretty much this lower image is great, right? I think that's a great size. It makes sense. So this part here having, let's make it red. I think this part here with the angle like that, and that taking up, that amount of space, I think is fine. This is a good a way to attract, the attention. Now, these two here are, I think, too much of the same thing, right? This image here and this image here are, different views or same views, but different angles, right? So I think it's not needed to be, so I think we can eliminate one of them, or we can do something else, because I think what it needs here, this just shows the exterior. These are showing maybe interior, and this is showing elevation, plans, location, right? So how about you guys help me out on this one? Anybody want to draw here? And just how do you think we can improve this poster layout here? Come on, since we're using Zoom, we can be more interactive with the class. Anyone can draw on this, right? So what can we do here?
Me personally, I would agree that these three images aligned kind of clash.
Yeah.
I personally would have zoomed in the main concept of the building, the balconies itself, and I would have used the inside of the balconies and
Yeah.
information within it, like these drawings or the text.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm curious about this image, was this image bigger when you cut it?
No.
That was the full size image?
Oh, which one? The bottom one?
The bottom one, yes.
It had like a little bit more space.
Okay, so because this image, it's actually, it's a nice, like, just like before, right? That we had, this is our poster, like here. I know it's more narrow for the space, but let's say here. So we have our building kind of here, and there's kind of this curvy shape like this, right? I would just do from here to here, sky, all the way to the top, have this sky become the main, because right now you have one sky here, second sky here, third sky here. And if you want to draw here, please draw if you want to make another option. But I'm saying, make the whole sky the background, right? And the circle is not bad. Maybe here we have circle, 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 circle with the same sky, right? These things, these two are, I think we don't need it because they're the same thing. Maybe a shot of the interior could be nice. The title also, I think it works here, but I can give the title some breathing space with a description like that. Who's working on the left side?
I'm just showing something.
Of course, yeah, please, thank you. Yeah, so I think because then this becomes the main focus, right? The sky flows in the background. The circles now are floating in the sky, right? And they're not too close to the edge, so they're not clashing against the next building. And it becomes more simple, right? You might have, 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. Let's see, you might follow that. Maybe there's one more that shows the site in red.
Professor, I think, instead of the circles, they could use the same shape of the balconies. So like to keep consistency.
Yes, so that's cool, yes. So what is the basic shape of the balconies?
Like like this.
It's like yeah. Well, that's cool, yeah. So what if let's see, what can we do here? If we start, let's say here, and make something like this. Maybe something happens here, like this. Do one more here, like this. So we have 3 there, right? So one of this could be an interior picture, right? Interior shot. Or, actually, maybe here could be Saha is here, right? Where her details, right? Maybe this could be an interior shot of one of the balconies, right? This could be maybe one of those details over here. Yeah, so maybe, yeah. What do you think of this one here? That could be some movement or it could be more abstract, so. But this building is all about movement, right? Actually, I like this better than the circles, yeah. And maybe something could happen between here, but at least there's still, like movement like this, right? Throughout here. And feel free to draw on top of this if you want to.
Yeah, I find it interesting. I kind of like that layout that you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm looking now at Joseph was doing a more complex layout. Let's see.
I was just trying to show that for basically that dark blue box, you could put your interior circles here.
Yeah.
And then on the white edges, maybe these sections or the location plan. You can also do another circles here where it could just show something different, and then trying to merge that bottom picture with sort of like a white background slash a darker blue tone
Okay.
to merge the 3 colors together at a certain point over here. And maybe the architect name in the picture, maybe not so in the middle. And also you can play with the text. Maybe the text could be white on this side since
That
it's
could be nice.
darker,
Yeah, yeah.
and it could be this color over here in the white side. So it shows the contrast maybe. And also you will have a lot of space in the middle. So I would say try to make your images bigger and get rid of these backgrounds. For the architect, I'll probably add them. I don't know, maybe if you remove the location picture here to somewhere maybe in the middle where it shows the location in the middle, and then this architect picture can go
Okay, that's
somewhere
cool.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think like, this we don't need, at least in this project, this we don't need, just having the site plan, with the general shape, because the images here are pretty informative, right? So I think you can eliminate those things and then do what Joseph said, here with this. So, it's similar layout to what you have. Mine's a little bit different, but we all have different ideas, and I think they're all good. So it's just right now the way it has, there's too much clash between elements. So it's hard to read the images. So I think I mean, I love the screen right now. Everyone's giving ideas. We're designing together. So I think that's a great part of the class. Perfect. Thank you. Does that make sense? You give you some ideas to
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Joseph, for the drawing. All right, clear all. Let's try and keep doing that for as we go here with the posters. All right. So this was Joseph. Okay, DeAndre. Oh, okay, also another Zaha Hadid project. Same one. Same one, but different layout. Let's see here. Okay. So, okay, so I said starting from the top, again, I'm gonna make it small so we have space to draw if we have to, if anybody wants to draw. So yes, nice big image, impactful, that's good. Don't forget you have to add her face, little description. Too much technical drawing, right? So this is good here. This is a cool diagrams here. But all these drawings are, yes, let's see. So what would I keep? What would I take out? You guys help me out.
I would definitely one of those sections has to go.
Yeah.
I would also say, are these interior views sketches in the middle here? I'm not sure.
It looks like those
Yeah,
are.
they're interior views of what the site would look like.
Let me see.
Yeah,
Okay, so it's like it's not a sketch, but it's a nice interior view. So these are nice. Yes.
definitely trying to explode them more to just show what's inside. Also, the skin at the bottom left here, I would get rid of this. I feel like it just doesn't really provide to the overall image.
Yeah.
And then I would sort of expand this sort of black frame down here
I
to
like the
again
black frame, yeah.
to comprehend with the top sort of image to so like the top is full and at the bottom is full.
Mhm.
So when the person looks at the top, you see a big image. Also, when he looks at the bottom, he sees this concept diagram or whatever. And then I would say one of those sections has to go for like three sections in a row. Maybe it's overwhelming. So once you remove one of these sections, maybe you push these sections up here, and then one of those interior views sort of become bigger in the middle. Um, that that's just for the white space. If you can find other images that you can sort of, because I feel like the white space overpowering your images. So if you find
Yeah.
at least one more image, maybe that one more image can be somewhere not maybe if you keep these plans here, maybe the one image can be right next to the sketch. So if you have an interior image that's rendered right next to the sketch, maybe that could be a good contrast. And maybe you have your plants in the middle here. Your plants, I feel like is too big.
Yeah, I agree with
Maybe
that.
if you condense them into like here, and then maybe you add an architect name in the middle and some text, and maybe some materials. So yeah, that's what I
Yeah, I
would
mean,
do.
I think that can I draw here? No, it's not. It doesn't look like this. 5. I should draw like this. Okay, so I'm gonna do it the simple way.
I could just delete.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah.
But you can so the title here, I kind of like the title. I don't know why around here in this shot, maybe title becomes here. This image is the same here, that's fine. This image, like Joseph said, it makes sense the bottom here across, right, with the black border. It kind of brings you your focus, top and bottom, and then gives you all this empty space. And yes, this you don't need, this you don't need, this you don't need, because it's all shown here. These are good because they're kind of more abstract images. This you don't need, like Joseph said. These two are, maybe we need just one of them, right? That shows the basic shape of the this, or maybe you choose one that shows the building in the street layout, right, in the urban space. That makes more sense than showing a floating plan with no context of where it's placed. Because what's unique about this building, and maybe you can highlight it, is that it's next to what?
The highlight.
The highlands. Yes, exactly. So maybe the highland becomes a point that is shown here as a divider or a greenscape that gives you a bit more color, right, to the image. But right now, this is cool, that's good, but the middle, it's and where's the highland? It's is it on this side? This is where wait, it goes from here to here. Highland is going this way. maybe, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I think something like that. So depending how you orient this, let's say you make a green band over here, right? Let's say a green band over here. That's the highland. You put some trees there, something cool movement here with the platforms. Then you take that plan and where's the plan? So, depending how big it is. There, so at least it gives you some detail that maybe you take one of these cool looking, I don't know, perspectives, drawings of the interior space that goes there. And maybe find other cool images there to make it more interesting, right? Because this building is, nature is definitely a big thing. Location is a big thing. So maybe the site plan becomes more prominent feature for this building, right? And you can fill up here, maybe, I don't know. I think this could be just the image is fine, and add here the Zaha Hadid image and a few other things to the mix. What do you think, DeAndre?
Yeah, makes sense.
Make sense? Or yeah, okay. Anyone else want to add something else, or maybe try a different layout? No? All right, let's so guys, I think we're just let's just go straight through, right, and get through everyone. So we'll skip a break, and then we'll finish once we we're done with all these things. Let's see. All right, so I think good. Let's clear everything. So, I mean, with this poster, I always figure that there'll be, major, let's say, modifications. This is where people always start to make more changes in the work. Let's see, Mariela. The Seagun building, a classic building. Okay. Okay, that's nice. So this image, you chose to put it in black and white?
That's how I found it.
So you found it in black and white. Okay, so it must be
Yeah.
like okay, so it looks like it's one of the original images. I'll tell you in a second, but the cars. Yeah, it looks like 1950s cars all around.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so this it's an early image of the building, which is it would be nice if it was more sharp, but it's cool, and you erase the background, right? So it's all white. But I don't like the fade over here. I don't know. This is where the fade
Yeah.
always annoys me. What else could we do here with the fade? I mean, maybe we just, maybe we just cut the what you call it? Cut it in a more typical spot. Let's go back here. I mean, obviously we follow the line here, right? The building, and we go like this, go like this. Maybe here I decide I'm gonna cut it there. I don't know that. Or maybe from here and then just go straight down, right? So then it gives you a nice line between, because once you have the, I mean, it does work in some cases, but in this case, it makes it more confusing. But the layout actually, it's nice. I mean, this definitely that's captivating. The image. You might find better ones, but this is like an original one. We have the, I mean, some details you probably don't need because of the size, right? Actual pattern of the glass looks like a corner detail. So details probably is not good to show because it just requires too much focus. So it's better to just keep it simple. This is important. Yes, that makes sense. Plan, and this is what, elevation. So
Yeah.
what other thing is important about this building? This is a very famous building. Maybe somebody or anyone in class just what else could maybe be shown here to give more information about this building?
I guess a facade. Like
You could do a photograph of a
yeah.
close-up of the facade, right?
Yeah.
You could do a photograph of the courtyard, also is very famous, right? Interior shots, it's just an office building, but you could do a shot maybe compare. This is the original shot compared to one in taking currently, right? So you can find other shots online, right? But I do like this part, having the building be the main part, right? This is the main focus, and then you have all the white space, right? So maybe this image is not showing much, so maybe this could be a photograph, right, of the building, you know. Maybe one photograph of the facade, one photograph of the again, this is not showing much because it's the same thing as here, right? So this is good. Maybe show a photograph of the courtyard, photograph of the detail of the glass, which is important, right? Yeah, and I think that will give it a bit more detail. This, you don't need this, so maybe something else can happen here, right? Or maybe this one here moves up, right? And gives it kind of more breathing space right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Anyone else want to give other options? No? All right, looks like people are getting tired. All right, so again, this is ideas, you know, I think you can find better images online to help you out here of the image of the building. Okay. Mariela? Rafida? You guys really like Zaha Hadid? Okay, let's see. Nice layout, yeah. You know, I like this kind of format of having the top and bottom images focus the rest. So you have this image here, right? That cuts the image in here. You have this one here that cuts the bottom part. So then it brings all the attention here, which is nice. These are great. It's great. Maybe here we don't have to show so much of that stuff. It's a bit of kind of, I think maybe just this part here, a bit of clashing of the space, or maybe you can try to maybe have better alignments here with things here. Let's see here. What do we need here? This image is fine. This is fine. You think these are too repetitive, or you think we can eliminate any of them? Anyone?
To add a title.
Yes.
Yeah, title.
Yes. Where could the title go? Let's start from there.
Maybe above the image.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of space here, right? Yeah, that title could definitely go there.
Or maybe if we remove one of those, title could be under the image.
Yes, I mean, I think these four are too much. I mean, yeah, let's see. This one is nice. This one's nice. This one, I think we can take it out. That we can take it out. Regarding these two sections, I think one is enough. This one I think is good. This one we don't need, and that we don't need. So, what does that give you? More space for what do we need here? We need a site plan, something like a simple showing location, right? Maybe you find other interior shots of other parts of the space, right? That you can be added. But I think the layout's nice, you know, just a bit of a fine tuning with the images, right? And maybe showing more diversity, because these are all pretty much the same idea of the image. Same thing with here, right? So I think that will make it more interesting. I think these two here are great. You know, vertical shot here, one here. So it kind of gives you this space here to modify. And by eliminating kind of these four shots, you can maybe either make this one bigger, or maybe this one goes like this. Is that right? And then it gives you freedom to do other things with there, right? Also, the way that she's currently sitting, she's, you know, there's a space here. So I think maybe hers better on this side here, along this edge, and then show information about the building in the middle. How's that sound, Rafida?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. If you disagree, let me know, please. I just want to hear your opinion.
No, I didn't like her picture there, but I'm trying. I'm still no different.
Okay, all right, no problem. All right, good. I'll be losing my voice. Almost there. I think I'll make it to this class. Almost there. Rafida Lindsay. Okay. I think we have two more after that one. And you might hear some noise. My kids are starting to come back from school, so they'll pass through my office to get the. All right, so who's this? Is this Libeskin? Let's go here. Yes. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yes. Let me look at it here. So definitely the whole poster is inspired by the building's movement, right? It's a little bit cluttered, but I like it. You know, we can definitely take out some stuff here. I mean, this is cool here. That's cool. These have become almost like portals into showing, you know, and I like how that the images are kind of blending and becoming different parts of the building as you go through. So this is great. This is that part that maybe I don't like. It's too much stuff here happening, right? Because your post is already fairly busy. So I think we can take out a lot here. Let's see here. The only thing I like about this one is I like this image here. Here. So I think this is great. You know, I really like this kind of, he starts here, right? From here, let's call that a snake, right? It moves through here, it becomes this, becomes this, becomes this. That's great here. Here, everything's too horizontal. It doesn't follow his flow. This does. So what I would do here, I would keep this image, but maybe this image is going to be like this. I guess not exactly like I was drawing, but right. That's the plan, you know. We don't need this one. We don't need that one. We don't need that one, that one, that one. This is, take this image here and just rotate it, and this becomes, and give it some empty space around it. This way you can really enjoy it and see it, right? I like this idea here on both ends of putting kind of parts, but it's too blurry. If you can find one where it's sharp, then it makes sense. Otherwise, I think it's a great layout. You know, the title, it's a little lost down here. So make it more prominent. I think the title will be good here. Make it in white letters going across here. Make it in white, bold letters. Jewish Museum. I can't draw it right now. Going through there if you can, right? It's going to follow the flow. Take it out from here. What else? I mean, I think it's a cool looking poster, yes. What do you guys think? Come on, we only got a few more. Come on.
I like how she used the shape of the building to create the poster. It's
Yeah.
something that I always trying to look for when I make these posters, is
Yes.
see how the building is shaped and try to come up with shapes in that poster that can sort of go well with the building. So
Yeah.
she definitely achieved that goal.
Yeah, and it's a great way to use it as a way to blend images, right? As you go here, it's a very natural blending option here to go from, you know, different parts. So in a way, it takes you on a journey through the building. So yeah, I think just clean up the side that it was a little bit too busy. The titles was lost down there. This here is too blurry. So if you can fix that, I think it'll be a okay, a great poster. Does that make sense? Yeah?
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, I think we got two more to go. Let's see, and then we have Eugene. Oh, okay, so this project, okay. So now we have two options in this project. Actually, that's a nice layout. Yes, very clear. Plenty of breathing space. You know, nothing seems to be lost or cluttered. Everything reads well. It's a nice hierarchy of the main image to, you know, secondary images to diagrams. I like the use of color, right? This kind of colorful circles make sense. I like the yellow here, the blue. It kind of pops. the exploded isometric makes sense as a vertical one here, and the section makes sense down here. And all this white space, I think, is plenty here. One thing that we need to add here is the a photo of the architect, if you can find one, and a little bit description of the architect. So you already have Zaha Hadid, so maybe you put a picture of her there, right? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a nice poster. What do you guys think? Anything that she can improve, modify? You think she needs more information?
Maybe a picture of the architect. But
Yeah,
that's it.
picture of the architect, yes. Yeah, because she's got everything, right? She's got a photo of the building, details of the buildings, site plan showing the location, plans, section, right? So it's all the detail anybody would need to understand kind of this project. And the layout makes sense. It goes in a hierarchy from most important to well, not most captivating, let's say, to more detail to diagrams towards the end. So overall, very nice job. Thank you. You there?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. All right, good. So
thank you.
sorry I didn't have to draw any picture. I didn't see everything was, I think, very clear. All right, I think we had who was the person I skipped in the beginning of the class? Let me go back
Me,
here.
Iman.
Okay, Imane. All right, so this is your submission 338. Okay, so I'm gonna look at this. All right, let's look at this over here. Okay. Oh, you guys really like Zaha Hadid. Do you guys know other architects or that's just your top architect for here? Okay. Okay, so this is not bad. You know, actually, it's a lot of things happening here, but the poster is well organized. You know, the images read well. I like this kind of play of kind of vertical image, almost like a puzzle, right? We have one that is, let's say, rectangular. Let's say we have some that are square, some that are vertical. Give me a second here, guys. Just gonna get a glass of water. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm gonna make it this one. All right, so how about you guys start off this one here and give me your comments.
I like the rounded corners of all the images.
That makes a big difference, yes.
Yeah,
right.
makes a
And
big
even
difference.
it's got like a shadow line, right? You see that?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Even from the top to the bottom, it's like darker
Yes.
than light. Yeah.
So I think the title needs some work, right? Maybe bolder or bigger or something, right? So the title should be big, you know. So if the title is from this side, so if the title is let's say from here to here, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, make it big, right? That's fine. The image is cool, very captivating image. The text is too small, so this is where we can start. So I think the left side is perfect. So from here, left, everything's, I like all this kind of playful, kind of puzzle-like system. This is too small, so make the title big, maybe make it simpler, make the text big, you know, like this. And that's it, you know, and everything's against this kind of dark blue background. That will look really nice. Here, do we need all this? We have site plan, again, site plan in black and white, again, site plan in 3D. Then we have a section, plan, elevation. Okay. So we can definitely play with the site plans. We don't need to have all three, one in color, one in black and white, and one in 3D. Which one do we keep?
Black and
3D.
white. Wait, black
Okay.
and white goes more with the overall mood of the poster.
Okay. Anyone else? What do you guys think? We have one vote for black and white.
Yeah, I agree with the black and white personally.
Okay. So, okay, so let's say we take out, yeah, color doesn't show. Okay, so maybe, or maybe you tell me, why do you have, are you trying to show something different here than here?
Yeah, for the color one, I want to show the green space.
Okay. And this one here, what is it showing that's different?
Like because the Zaha Hadid building is like a modern building and surrounded with the old structure building.
Okay, so let's see. So maybe we're trying to show, okay, this is showing green space, that's showing, let's say, urban space, and that's showing other structures, right? Okay, so maybe we keep those. Down here, maybe let's say, we don't need, I think, these shots because this is already showing a plan, right? Pretty much the building's right here, right, in red. So that takes care of this, right? I mean, we're not showing this. This is not something to build, right? It's only a design poster. So that means that you don't care about the details, right? So you're already showing exterior, exterior, interior, interior, exterior here. Be nice to find any, did you find any maybe sketches? Was this building built after she passed or before she passed away? Because then there might not be any sketches for this building.
There is no sketches.
No?
If I
Okay.
didn't find it.
So if we keep these three, what can we put here? What do you guys think? Description?
Yes, I believe the description should be there because there's more white space. And the top picture is already nice as it is without the description.
Okay. All right. So maybe, okay, so we take this out from here, right? What about the title? Do we keep it up here or do we move it?
The title's nice up there.
All right. So keep the title here. And then here we make description, right? So again, but even having everything is too much description here. And you kind of do want to fill up everything here because you do have like the whole thing is like a puzzle system. Maybe you put here in the middle description here. Let's say we go here, description, of the building, right? Let's say we go up to here, and then here, so we combine it. Maybe we go here with the again a picture. Maybe do one more picture here with the same style, the rounded corners, and find something one more so it starts to kind of blend in both sides, and find a nice cool picture here to go there.
Or she could keep the whole text together. So talk about the architect and the project description together. You doesn't have to separate the text.
Yeah, because here is too small to read. Yes. So maybe everything shifts down, right? So let's do it again. Let's make a new bar over here for that little area here. Let's say here. So what we do here is we're gonna shift this up. We're gonna put here, let's call this 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna go here 1, 2, 3, right? And then 4 here. We'll call her 4, her face, and then here we have description of the building and description of her in that order. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You think that's better or no? Or I mean, again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I think that flows better and it ties everything. But otherwise, nice details, with the gray background, the rounded corners, the shadow line. It makes it into a very 3D looking poster, right? So it's a nice technique, and it makes it stand out, from the rest. So nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think that was everyone. Did I miss anybody in the? All right. So the next thing that we're gonna do here is two things, right? If you need to make poster updates, make them. If you're making a poster correction, make those, right? And then the second thing is now that we complete this poster, right? The next thing is we're gonna add it to our portfolio, right? I think I had said that in the last email. I think some people already did it here. I was looking. I think poster design portfolio. I think I saw it somewhere. Did anyone do that part? Here, portfolio update. Let's see if it was this one here. Was it this one? Okay, here. So like before, so we've been doing this, right? We already have that, the cover page, table contents, these things here. We already have our first project here, which was the logo project, all done. And the next thing is our poster, right? So just like before, we want to follow the same strategy, right? First of all, make your poster correction, right? make it any comments I gave or that you want to address, redo the poster, fix it, get it to the final submission, resubmit it to this folder. And then the next thing is now that when it's done, now go back and add more pages to your portfolio, right? And now add it to the portfolio book, right? In the same way as before, right? Meaning that, let's see here. Just like before, we're gonna have, we're gonna have here, let's say one page over here, right? One page over here. How many pages are we gonna need? Not sure yet. Let's see here. So let's say we start with 4 pages there. We're gonna have this page is either blank or has some abstract image, something very simple. Here we're gonna have project, what is this? Project 6, right? Project 6 here. If you have any description here, if you want to show, I don't know, some type of image, that's fine too, no problem. So we have an empty image or something abstract, project introduction, project number, and then these two should be enough for you to tell the story of the poster. So the idea here is on the right side here, you're gonna show, of course, it's gonna be kind of smaller, like this kind of vertical format because it's a vertical poster. That's your poster, right? With a little description here of how your poster is organized, or maybe something that influenced your poster design, right? And over here is everything that was used in the poster. So for example, every image you use, so this is almost like your I don't know,
Like the mood board, right?
the mood board, or let's say your kit apart. So everything that you used here before was cut, right? Every image, right? Every image, every diagram is there, right? So then what the audience can see is, oh, they're gonna look at this page. Okay, you have this image here. How do you use it? This image became so maybe here it's a tower right here. Maybe this tower became your main image here, right? You can see how this tower became the main shot here. And what it helps a person understand is you're thinking in organizing a poster, right? Here they see the full complete poster. Here you see all the images, that they're all the same size, and you chose to make some of them big, some of them became small, and that's it. So I think for this project, 4 pages is more than enough to tell the story. I don't think we need any more pages unless you feel that you have to add more, but I think that's enough. So that means that next class, you guys will have these 4 done, added to your portfolio. We'll look at them briefly, so we won't take too much time, and then we'll start working in the next class on the next assignment for the class. Is that make sense?
Yeah.
So next time, I can't guarantee that we'll be in person. Maybe we'll be online again. I'll see how I feel, but no matter what, I'll let you guys know. And in case the Zoom link is still active for the semester, so just use it again for the next Friday class. And I think we'll finish here. I need a break for talking for a bit here, but hopefully, this helps you guys out, and you can start working on your portfolio edits, and of course, making any updates to the poster layout that you guys have. But overall, I think they're all very nice looking designs, very creative. A few things that we can modify here and there, but I think eventually they'll all be really nice looking posters for your portfolio. And any comments, any questions you guys might have? No? You guys still there?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm
Nope.
still here.
All right.
Here.
All right. And before we go, let me just anybody I have Star as absent. Okay. I have also no, that's it. Only Star. All right, guys. So then I'll save this video and I'll post it in YouTube, and then I'll put an announcement in Brightspace with the link if you guys want to go back and look more carefully at the comments and the posters. All right, guys. Thank you very much, and enjoy the weekend.
Thank you, Professor. Feel
Have a
better.
good day.
Feel
Thank you,
better,
guys.
Professor.
Thank you, guys.
Feel better.
Take care.
Thank you.
Feel
Thank you,
better.
Professor.
Thank you.